Hey everyone, coming back at you with our second video of the day of this particular moment thing. We're gonna check out and unbox some, where'd that rubber band go? Some USB plug-in. I guess they're basically PC clone versions of video game console controllers, because now I'm getting into emulators. So I figured, what the hell? Because I don't have Bluetooth on this computer, so I can't do the whole PS4 thing. It actually started by picking this up at my local thrift store. This is the famous Gravis Gamepad Pro, which I'm currently using. Then I had to go back and get its father, one of the most legendary, if not the most legendary gamepads, since it was the first, the Gravis PC gamepad. Don't have a computer that can run on this. This is the 15 pin. So I'm looking for a computer that can do that. I know you can buy a adapter, but I'd rather play on an old computer because I picked this up years ago, an actual DOS game, Infiltrator. Oh yeah, floppy disk. So hopefully I'll get to use these two one of these days. But wanted to get a couple controllers because, like with the Nintendo 64, it's kind of hard to do because this one, the N64, has more buttons than this one, does. So saw this on Amazon and decided, what the hell, give it a try, because it was cheap for 5 controllers, depending on how they look. It cost a grand total of a little less than 40 bucks for 5 controllers. So that 8+ controller, that's not too shabby, I think. So without further ado, Surely for tradition, retro gaming USB classic gamepad controller set by Vilros. www.vilros.com. VILROS.com. It is a oh man, it's gonna be really hard to see that. It's a Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Genesis / I guess Saturn minus the shoulder buttons, Nintendo and PlayStation DualShock USB. Because obviously this one doesn't have the DualShocks. This is a PS1 controller. But let's open it up and see. Ooh! Well, they're upside down. Anyways, let's have a look. So, first one we'll check out is the one that I'm least concerned about in terms of how it's going to feel, and that is the ultra basic, original Nintendo Nintendo Entertainment System controller. It is, I was just feeling I have one up there. Honestly, it feels pretty much the same as a original Nintendo 64 controller. The buttons feel pretty responsive. The directional pad feels good. The start and select button feels pretty good. I mean, there's not a lot to this controller. It's a basic controller and it's USB. So that one feels good. Don't see any issues so far with that. Now, next is the Super Nintendo controller. Actually, this feels better than the Super Nintendo controller. There's a little weight to it, which is pretty cool. All the buttons feel good. Shoulder buttons feel good. I mean, this feels really good. And there's, like I said, there's some considerable weight to it compared to the original one. So I'm actually pretty impressed with that, at least in terms of how it feels. Oh, it only smells like that for so long, Okay, next we'll just kind of go up in the generations. So next is going to be our Genesis. Same thing. There's definitely an extra bit of weight because I'm sure there's more goodies inside. But yeah, this feels really good. Like I said, there's no shoulder button, so that would be the one problem with the Saturn. but I have a feeling I can probably get away with that with any of these controllers. You know, for the most part, the games that I play don't utilize the shoulder buttons. Or I just utilize the X, Y, Z, because some of them don't use the X, Y, and Z. But yeah, same thing. Feels good. Good weight to it. Good size. So that's impressive. The main one that I wanted to get it for, and cool, it does have the port for the Rumble kit and the memory card. I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Huh. Oh yeah, no. No. I think you'd have to put it in there because there's no there's actually nothing for the, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but there actually is no there's nothing for, I kind of see that. Yeah, there's nothing actually for the Rumble Pack or whatever to plug into, so that's a no-go on that, but it's kind of interesting that that's there. Yeah, I think you can install one of those into here if you wanted to. It's a little light, like it kind of feels like a normal Nintendo 64 controller. The joystick feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. Those feel pretty good. These are kind of clicky, but I don't personally mind. Shoulder button feels good, and then the trigger feels pretty good. But this was actually the main one I wanted to get, is for the 64 games, because I know that 64 emulator works. The problem I'm having with emulators is the CD ones. They're kind of a pain in the ass, especially the Saturn. Some of the games don't even have a proper audio. Man, these are so grippy. And then obviously finally the DualShock controller. It's a little lighter than your normal DualShock, because I don't think there's actually, you know, shocks in here. I think there's an analog button there. That's pretty cool. Buttons feel good. Those feel good. Those feel good. The analog sticks are really grippy though, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I might actually upgrade myself to the analog stick instead of using this one. But this has been great so far. Really appreciated it. But yeah, pretty cool little set. Definitely impressed with the quality of them. Now, how they actually function, that's a whole different thing. I'll have to try that hopefully in a little bit. But as far as how they feel, considering the price, they feel really good. They feel really, really good. That Super Nintendo controller in particular feels really good. So I'm quite impressed. Hopefully they work. The only way you're going to find out is tune into my stream, because I will probably end up using these as long as they do work in my live streams every Friday at 5 p.m. Anyways, this is it for the Craphead Gamer. We will see you all in the next video, which will actually not be a review. Hopefully I'm supposed to be working on a soccer video here in a second, so that's what I got to do now. Anyways, bye!